It would not, but you know, if your mouse cable isn't precisely where you want it to be, if your cat just walked out under your chair, you know, this is definitely the moment to do something about it.
Yeah, and look at that. A lot of lovely banter in the chat coming out between the boys. Some PMA, some positive competition mindset. And Kips, I always like to play a game. It's called How Many Sticks or How Many Wands. So before looking at the inventories, just make a guess. How many sticks or full wands do you think we have in the inventories of players currently?
All right. Let's see. I'm going to say 5.
5. Okay. Let's see. I'm looking at the Undying. I'm seeing the Bat Rider. Mars is a little spammy. Beastmaster, Lion, somewhat spammy. I'm gonna say 4. I'm gonna go with the under. I'm gonna go with the under. Genzer, can you help us out? Can we get an inventory check here? Let's see, 4 or 5 wands. What do we got? I'm gonna cheat and I'm gonna look. I'll get the answer. We got 1, 2, 3.
3 only.
Missed it. Yeah, only
Missed
3
it. Oh,
here.
I was like, I see that Bat Rider, I see that Undying, I see that Beastmaster.
Right, I thought so too.
Spectre. Come on, guys.
Yeah,
to be fair, one of them is a full magic wand. Does that? I mean, I guess
no extra, no weighted compensation. No, but Fade almost always starts with that. I think.
Yeah. I can argue whatever I want, but that still doesn't put me at 5. So
it counts as 2, right? It counts as 3 at that point. No. But
so as far as I'm concerned, that's some Gimli ass reasoning right there.
We just did a full rewatch of the Lord of the Rings trilogy in one of our discords, so it's very fresh in my mind. It still only counts as 1.
Exactly. It should be fresh in everybody's mind. Like,
you have to do an annual rewatch at least, right?
You know what? I failed on that last year. I'm gonna put it on the checklist.
For shame. But
that's where I'm gonna introduce you as well. Where Fade and Bignum are right now as well. I like to call this Mordor, up near the top mid bounty rune spot at the dire side, because a lot of inexperienced teams think that they can just walk up in here.
30 seconds to battle.
Okay, yeah, that's
right there. That's Mordor. A lot of teams think they can walk up into there, and one does not simply. Like, I think half of all blind up high ground mistakes in Dota 2 are made on that particular high ground.
Absolutely. Yeah, Frodo and Sam, they even have Gollum up there with a little boy too. How perfect. The smoke's not really gonna be too effective just yet, though. Horn hasn't sounded as we get here. Big clash brewing in the bottom lane. Spear onto the Spectre, but you know, you shrug it off. 2 bounty runes, 1 per side. Gonna be all right. And they're still looking to get a little bit of mana burn from this Satyr. Do you think? Have you played against this yet? Chin safe lane with the Satyr Mindstealer right off rip?
No, I have not.
It's not fun.
No,
it's not fun.
Oh, it's absolutely awful. He's supposed to send a thing to mid lane, right?
Please come deny mid creep, please. Yeah. Oh, I miss those days.
But no, this is sorely needed for him, though. He needs to be an absolute nuisance on his bottom lane, because otherwise Spectre and Chen can't really do anything together. You're not going to be getting any kills unless this Mars bat lane makes some significant mistakes. And if you don't keep the pressure up, then they're going to murder you on level 3. 100%.
Yeah, and murdering coming up top first. Undying. Gonna fall to the offlane duo. Fade and Bignum. Bird's good.
It's painful. Oh, yeah.
Bird's pretty good. It turns out. And that's only going to continue to snowball as they get these levels. You know, which offlane do you think does better with levels? The Radiant or the Dire? They're both brutal, right?
They're both pretty brutal. I'd say the Lion does not scale like as hard on, say, the level 3 as a Bat Rider does.
Sure. But I mean, maybe no scaling needed here.
Yeah.
Undying had to walk back to lane and just left out to dry.
Yeah, here is something that I didn't want to say yet, but we do have pretty significant MMR differences between these two teams. We have a lot of players in the top 300 range at least over on the Wildcard side, and definitely a couple of top 1,000 players over on the other side.
Absolutely, and something else that we haven't really touched on just yet, Wildcard. Been to a lot of lands recently. They've been grinding hard, and they've gotten a ton of reps in a very short time. It's a bit of a hyperbolic time chamber situation for the boys, and I think starting to show here in our first round of bracket play. But you know, it's still way too early to call it in either direction. RCY on the mid monkey, maybe one of the generational talents out of NA. Some notable mid laners coming out of the region. Sumail, Quinn. Why not RCY next? Why not RCY next?
Yeah, why not? I mean, it's absolutely not up to me to say. It's up to him to.
Wait, you're not gatekeeping? You're not the gatekeeper?
Me? Listen, I would love to gatekeep, Robos, Gaslight, but ultimately the beauty of Dota 2 is that I can yap whatever I want and they can all prove me wrong.
Yeah, and Fade Girl bosses the hell out of that totem, brings it down, and Leonidas next to fall with the Hex. But Bignum perhaps will suffer retribution at the hands of Lewis Cook. Gets a kill. Now on the board, Get Wrecked might just get wrecked in turn. Undying low, Bird to the ranged creep. Pursuit is on, but Lotus might be snatched up and consumed by Get Wrecked. Has the Fairy fired too. Getting that HP from the Decay, trying to walk it down and out, but Fade not deterred by the arrival of Leonidas.
Yeah, and he's got a super early Helm of Iron Will right now, so now Leonidas is going to have so much trouble doing damage into him. He's already lost his Refraction again.
Yeah, Refraction gone, the TP on cooldown. This is not a death that you can afford. Again, Undying TPing in, but it's going to be too little, too late. As you mentioned, Fade with that Helm of Iron Will just nullifying any advantage given by the Meld Strike. Lewis Cook not looking much better for wear here. Little chain reaction. And Wildcard looking strong.
Yep, and this is the kind of start that you absolutely do not want to give to a Beastmaster. Like, a lot of people pick this Beastmaster because you can always recover, you know, you stack up your Ancients, your camps behind the tower, you farm that to get to a decent Aghanims timing anyway. But if he gets to farm either the Aghs, or in this case the Helmet of Dominator, in front of his tower, then he is a pushing machine. And they're gonna lose this tower around 5 minutes right now. That is insane. That is so much freedom from this Beastmaster. You were asking about, like, oh, which side is going to have these supports free to rotate. Bignum is level 4, and he does not have a lane to babysit anymore. This man's free as a bird.
Free as a bird, has a Windlace, can afford his brown boots as well. So Gap Glow is just going to be so good for this Lion. Going to be able to weave in and out effortlessly. And, you know, every time I've played Beastmaster, I play a little off lane. I dabble. I feel like sometimes I win, sometimes I draw. I know how to play when I'm even and when I'm behind. But with that advantage, it's just absolute insanity. Speed, trying to get away from the Tombstone. Undying, making an appearance down here. Tomb is killed, but you do lose Speed Dota on the chin. So a little bit of purchase found from Get Wrecked here. As they does cost them 3 heroes on the map to be down here for it.
Yeah. But I like this decision. This is something that not a lot of teams do, which is what they try to do is they panic and they shore up the lane that's losing instead of moving resources elsewhere and trying to get a bigger advantage on a lane that they might still win.
Sure. Yeah, that's something that as I've watched more pro games, trying to reflect on my own play, I'm like, you know what? I do that and I should stop.
Oh,
it's
so hard.
Go win somewhere else. It's fine. It's fine.
No, it happens all the way up, and it's specific. Like, it's teams can and will, especially the good ones, will press your panic buttons in a way that's just like they're gonna make you want to press that TP button so hard. They're gonna push that advantage exactly far enough. Like, look at what's happening on top here.
I think a panic button is needed here for Leonidas. Gets pulled in with the Boundless Strike. TP coming from Undying, but once again, too little, too late. The Primal Roar coming out, Undying to fall. A little bit of a two-piece combo. Steel showing up the mid laner, looking to hold off the enemies from the tier 2 tower. Will do so. But you already lost 2 of your buddies.
No, but the only answer is that you would need to bring in somebody who could actually turn that. And as I say that, I'm like, that would have to be a Mars with an arena. But this Mars is actually level 3. Because, and we haven't really had the time to look at this, the core on his lane is the Batrider.
Ethically speaking,
It's tough reality. Oh, wait. Oh, that's actually okay. That's not too bad.
Yeah.
H1, yeah, playing the designated 3.
what I please.
He is established on that position as the Batrider. Okay, I feel a little better now.
Yeah.
Not much better, but
mean,
I feel a little relief.
No, me neither, because one of the reasons why I assumed that the Mars is the core there is because you get yourself an opportunity to TP react on enemy dives and get turnaround kills. You have a big threat there. And a Batrider simply does not present that same kind of threat to an enemy team that's diving with like 4.
Lane. Steel, not going to be able to get out of this one. Has no Primal Roar just yet. Not needed. The Zoo shows up. You have the front row ticket. You have some dives on the bottom side, but we're going to stay here mid. Yeah, Fade is just weathering it all. Will fall to Leonidas. A lot of experience granted to the Dire here, and the instant respawn from Undying will allow them to shore up defenses and hold this mid T1.
That was a big streak. Christ, the man's farm. He's got Dom and drums.
Yep.
It's not even 10 minutes yet.
Top net in the game, 5.6k in the pocket, in the bank of beast. You know, he did save his dominated creep. That's the moral victory there for Mr. Fade. But a haste rune available in the river. You are going to send a 5.6k net Beastmaster into the enemy jungle at top speed. I think Steel's got to be the target here.
Yeah, this tower's toast.
Oh, gonna be a finger of death charge coming right up to Big Thumb, holding off on it though. Roar coming out onto Undying. Level 6 for what? Leonidas gonna get brought down by Big Thumb.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, this is a slaughter.
Yeah, beautiful rotation, good space, convergence from multiple
Dire's
angles
middle tower
of
has
Wildcard,
fallen.
showing that they've got the stuff to hang with the best of them. And Rekt doing their best to respond in kind, but
Dire's
still no
middle
arena.
tower is under attack.
And I think, as you mentioned earlier, Kips, until that arena's online on your 4 Mars, your responses are going to be very hard pressed for success.
Exactly. You don't have any good range stuns to slow anybody down with, or slows for that matter. You
Oh,
don't
the
have good
Vices.
AoE control.
The Vices are clamping down on the Dire here. Mars under the tier 1 tower, chased down by Beastmaster, trying to find H1, but on the high ground, Lion has no angle of attack, so they'll settle for a tower instead.
This is going to be the last tier 1 down
Dire's
before
bottom
10 minutes.
tower has fallen.
It's been a while since I saw somebody get taken to the cleaners like this.
You know, it's too long that we've kept speedrunners out of Dota 2. And now we've got speed on Wildcard. Why not now? Lasso on the monkey, but not enough. Shrapnel doing a little bit of return damage. Assassinate coming in will bring down RCY. 1 for 1 here. Dire better off, looking to bring down Fade on the Beastmaster. But the damage block helping out against these zombies. Gonna not eventually fall. Okay, after a little bit of time, it goes down.
Oh, yeah, all of that damage block on the Beastmaster. Especially with some underleveled melee heroes next to him as well.
Yeah, it's looking rugged AF under that that pinnacle with the Observer up there too. But 2 big core kills, 4 get wrecked, not getting dissuaded in the leads. Anything interesting in itemization coming out for you other than just the bank of Beastmaster coming up? Oh, that thought. Steel finds 2, and guess he got some coal in his stocking this year.
Yeah. Man, these hats are are not going to stay on any
love
Dire
them.
heads this game. They're so good.
I love them. Tiny with level 3 ult and avatar from the Black King bar. It's just massive. The hats are they almost break the 4th wall.
It's great.
Radiant
Look at
are
Fade. He's just not stopping, and I'm loving this, right? Because this is a guy who's RCY's already gone forward.
Oh yeah,
But
RCY jumps the gun and he says, just respect the 1v1. Okay, maybe you can help out on the high ground. Throws the roar in. No chance of a return there. And Ceaseless Dirge on
But
cooldown.
finally,
Okay.
finally they kicked that Spectre out of the bot lane. I've been waiting for this for a while. She's been so on her own here. It is very easy to move on that mid lane from all sides. If you have 4 heroes, they can just all go there without getting punished. But the only reason that you can do that is because Get Right's head was spinning. They were trying to react to everything that was going on at all times.
Dire's top tower
Here,
raising
finally,
its bottom
they
tower
choose themselves.
has
They
fallen.
choose the Spectre. They have so much information of everybody else being on the other side of the map.
Oh, and the Spectre's going to get active here as Steel finds himself on the low ground. Lasso pulling up Yamson. Walk down. The retreat is on as the zombies are on their death march. Bat Rider getting hit with a couple spells. Those axes going to start adding up, but brief reset here for the Dire as they're content just holding high ground.
Yeah, this is not something that Fate can storm up just yet.
No. And Kips, I gotta ask, what do you think about this this Maelstrom coming out on the Templar Assassin?
It's a sign of the times. That means that the times are not very good.
I need damage and I need it now. They got a lot
Yeah,
of
exactly.
units. Maybe some magic damage. Okay, a Maelstrom.
Dire are scanning.
Yeah, but of course, like, you're so fragile in this game. It does absolutely nothing for your survivability, unfortunately. That's what that Dragonlance there is for. You know they're coming. That's another thing, right? You don't need a Blink Dagger. You don't need to go in. They will be in your face. And you don't have enough damage to make anything happen with the surprise factor either. What you need is a blink on that Bat Rider. That
I
would be your
agree.
surprise factor.
He does have
And
that
guess
blink
what?
on the courier.
Yep.
Are scanning.
And the prophet said there would be a blink. And so she wrote it was. But RCY gonna claim the kill on the sniper. Still under the cover of some smoke. Leonidas on the back half, but a blink and nothing from Bat. Okay, Lasso canceling the Wukong's command. Centaur stomp. Gonna buy a little more time. Not enough though. Leonidas getting a decently sized bag off the Monkey King kill.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Very nice. That is just going to finish the Maelstrom off for him. So, at the very least, if Wildcard does not step on the pedal, she will get farmed.
Yeah.
That said, Fade has not taken his foot off just yet.
Speed
Ever.
looking to get stepped on here by 2. Wanted to get the Wisdom Rune, but
He's losing
needs
to the creeps.
Yeah, needs to wise up. Oh, is he still losing? Oh my god, he survived. Okay. Barely. On the top side of the map, though. Gonna lose some vision. Funcito. No, not like this. Big Num the Bully creating a kill for Spectre. Let's see if they get a Finger of Death off cooldown, and it goes through that wall. Spectre jumping back, though. Might just get caught by the Dire on the bottom side of the map. Okay. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Yamson able to TP out before the Lasso was ready. It's still off cooldown for quite some time.
But I like what we're getting here right now. This is often a very hard point of the game for a team that's stomping, because you've taken away all of those tier 1 towers of the enemy, but you don't have Blink Daggers yet at this time in the game usually, because it's so bloody early. Your supports sometimes don't even have their boots upgraded yet, so it takes a while to actually start crossing that distance reliably. And that means that there's openings for the enemy side, and they have been taking some of these opportunities for themselves.
Yeah, get Rekt. Certainly staying the course. Trying to find what morsels they can around the map and Fade. It's going to be a bit more than a morsel. Big old meal coming your way. Primal Roar coming out on the PA, though. Reversal not enough. Beastmaster will fall. And they will lose the Ancient Black Dragon to a fair bounty. Going to the Dire. God, it's like a 1.5k net swing almost. I mean, you are still 8k behind, but that's okay. Now, Kips, something I'm curious about here. Yamson rushing a straight Radiance after his treads. Do you feel like going straight Radiance was a little too greedy? Did that contribute to his 2 deaths? No? Okay.
No, absolutely not. When this much space is created for you, it really doesn't matter that you're going to die once or twice. And like, he could have avoided that by simply positioning a little more carefully. It has nothing to do with item.
Position in the middle of the arena here will go down, but it will be a return kill on the Monkey King.
Radiant's middle
Now
tower
on the
is
back foot, Big Num trying to get out, but the sniper pelting him from afar. On the run, still, the Beast helping out, assassinating. The right clicks will be enough to bring down the Lion. Yamson now. Target trained on the Spectre, and enough space for him to get away.
Yep, and I'm a little curious about why Wildcard is doing things this way, because the man who's been driving the tempo this entire time, I said he hadn't taken his foot off the gas, but it appears that he has, because Fade hasn't been in these past 2 fights, and he is, I mean, he's finished up the Helm of the Overlord. phenomenal timing on that one, and is now bringing himself in a shard. I presume this means that he's going to start
Dire
contributing
are
again.
scanning.
But they did bleed a little in that previous window. Now, on one hand, of course, it's good that they didn't actually stop pressuring, but on the other hand, it did cost them some things on other heroes, whereas the Beastmaster could have also played more forward. So that's an interesting insight in how they decide who gets to farm at what point, and they really wanted
Radiant's
that
middle
Overlord,
tower
even
is
at the
under
cost of
attack.
some other heroes, and now they're going to march straight into the Roshan pit with an immense army of creeps.
Radiant are
Absolutely.
scanning.
But Gips, you know, the Dire, they are in the neighborhood. And that Mars, who is so punished early games, had a chance to recover decently. Now has the Blink Dagger on the pause for Mars. Certainly a welcome addition to the array, but, you know, I think Aegis might just be a little more value here for Wildcard. On Fade, too. The party captain trying to lead the party train down this top lane. Do you think they get tier 3 here, or are we just looking at lane shove into Rome for a kill?
It really depends on how good Rekt answers to this, right? If Wildcard gets a kill, gets 2 kills, then hell yeah, they're gonna go high ground. If not, they're swinging towards mid and taking down your other tier 2 towers instead. But they didn't even decide to, and they're going to simply try it on the other side, because they do already have a tier 2 that they can take here, even if they don't get kills.
Gotcha. RCY. Top his perch, looking for a kill, but Dire streaming down the mid lane. Before they go anywhere, they need to respond to this lane shove. Still a tier 1 available. The Dire could challenge in the mid, but
Yeah,
no.
I like to see him trade.
Radiant's
you know,
middle tower is under attack.
Kick that middle door in, see if they respond or not. That's one of the ways to make them go back.
Anybody home? Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, nobody.
Radiant's
Okay.
middle tower is under attack.
Oh my God, they're behind us.
Dire's bottom tower
Well, yeah,
Right.
that happens from time to time. Yes, when you're set up like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
So this is a great move from Get Rekt, right? They know they can't def the bottom tower. They would only lose heroes if they
Radiant's
did.
middle tower
Instead, they
is
take
under
mid,
attack.
take a little bit of
Dire's
that,
bottom tower
you know, that
is
TP
under
point, a little bit of that
Radiant
speed, a
are
little bit of the wind out of Wildcard sails, and now if they want to take a tower defense fight, they can do so on the high ground.
Yeah. Big army summoned up from Fade. Requires a response from the Dire. They shove it off, and just kind of biding your time here, growing your net worth lead. We saw it go from 8 to 9k. Win probability pretty high in favor of Wildcard. So if they keep the status quo, I mean, you know, it should play off just fine, especially before Spectre has any like dispel, you know.
Yes. I mean, and the Spectre is the thing that we haven't really talked about yet, because she hasn't been that active in this game yet. But ultimately, the fact that, as you said in the draft, Wildcard gets to pick and choose which one of the 2 cores they want to take out. They can just park the Spectre on top of that, give the vision. You know, you can really peel them apart like that.
Oh,
Do they really want to
RCY
contest?
almost getting peeled back there. Blink Dagger available on the Bat Rider. 6-second cooldown. They're remaining strong. Challenging Wildcard, say no. This is our tormentor. Bugger off. Wisdom Rune though. I think you could steal the Wisdom Rune and not get punished. If Wildcard start on this this tormentor though, it's a lot of return damage coming out. It's probably gonna wipe out your zoo as well.
Exactly. I think that's the thing that they're the most worried about. They can't take it themselves without the zoo taking too much damage, but they're hoping that they can get some Get Wrecked heroes instead.
Absolutely.
Not
But a
anymore, though.
big split, really.
Yeah.
Kind
No,
of
and
wild.
this is finally a move towards the Spectre after so much time. This is a little too... Oh,
Playing the topography masterfully.
Dire's
Yamson
bottom
gets down,
tower
gets
is
out,
under attack.
and now
Yeah.
a Wisdom Rune steal, and with that showing of the Bat Rider. Steal the Wisdom, steal the
Radiant's
Tormentor,
middle tower is under
double
attack.
Wisdom going in the way of Wildcard. We're
yeah.
up to a 10k net lead with 9 level advantage for the Radiant. I mean, you still have the high ground
Dire's
sniper
bottom
into the
tower
Mars
is under
and the Bat and
attack.
TA.
But he needs
so-
to be home.
Yeah. Can't shovel your driveway if you're not
Dire's
there, right?
bottom tower has
Yeah,
fallen.
exactly. I think Rama's already slipped.
Get the salt quick. All right, Zoo getting brought down by Foncito with the blink there. And ooh, Beastmaster gets the old Ancient Thunderhide. That frenzy buff is massive.
That's the one you want for the seas, but they get him as
Found
well.
him. Spear landing on Big Num here with a kickback. Beastmaster trying to get the gap closed and bring down this tombstone before it's too late. Fade though now under the blades of Leonidas will fall with the first life, bringing down the Thunderhide. Great
Back up,
response
smooth it
is
in.
coming out here, but Fade brought down the Hand of God, healed him up a little bit, but it's not enough. That Rider chasing, trying to find the monkey, finds him, but I don't think you want this smoke. Get wrecked. You're getting wrecked, living up to the name here, but a 1 for 2 at this injuncture, and Wildcard gonna reset. And now a Blink Dagger awarded to the TA after that fight. More options opening up to the Dire.
Yep, she's got the full Mjolnir, so she's going to be in a great position to actually take down most of that army. And the Beastmaster there just over-positioned. He knew he just purchased a BKB. He's moving up, expecting his team to come with him, expecting the BKB to come in just about when, you know, you make contact with the enemy. And he was a little off in his calculation, so instead he dies twice before the BKB is there or before his team is there.
Yeah, and Gibbs, this is something that I feel like I see a lot with Monkey King. Like, he has an amazing early game, and that overconfidence leads to a lack of farm as the game progresses. And right now, with the game state, I feel like he should have much more than Maelstrom BKB. Given it's 23 minutes in, maybe the pressure doesn't exactly correlate to the economy that's afforded to you, but... Oh, we're going to see another option here. Steel gets hit with the Boundless Strike, but saved by the Tombstone. The ally has been grabbed. BKB on RCY will bring down the Sniper eventually. Info Wukong's command, looking for another option here. Mars on the menu, but a Bat Rider to cover. Spear and the Arena will stun the Monkey, and now Dire on the offense, looking for Big Num into the trap. The Silence Shard has been purchased. Here's big stun, but a bigger blade. And 9 falls.
Yeah, and well, I think they get wrecked, even though they're quite far behind on the gold. Still, they do have all of the core items that they want right now. So that Sniper, full Hurricane Pike, lives a long time. You got that blink on the TA now for the positioning, 2 blinks on your controllers, on the Mars and the Bat Rider that've been there for a while. It's all slowly starting to come together, and then yeah, as you said, the Undying. You've got the Shard, you've got a Glimmer Cape. Wildcard was able to delete somebody in the first couple of seconds of a fight, usually if they wanted to. That is simply not the case anymore.
Absolutely. Yeah, Shard on the Mars as well. So your control options are growing if you can hit that spear on the 2. Concussive Grenade queued up on the Sniper, so the Zoo, if it gets on top of you, whether it's Chen or Beastmasters, not as effective here. Speed gonna lose all of his creeps, shoving out that bottom wave, unfortunately. But little twin gate action. He's got the Holy Locket on the chin as well, building into the mech. Looking at a possible Roshan respawn here as we fade to darkness. What do you got any predictions here for this Rosh timer?
Ooh, for the Rosh timer. Let's see. I'm gonna say this is a really short one because I want to see what Wildcard do. They definitely want to go high ground with the second Rosh, but if it's really early, they might want to risk it a little more instead of waiting for like the entire Aghanims on Spectre, for example. Curious to see what they'll do with that if it's short.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
You know, I'm gonna predict a long one. It's a very long one.
Too late. You could have gotten points.
My points? Oh, Big Num on the high ground here, answered with Spectre. Mars brought down 45 seconds without your sword. Without the control, I feel like the arena has been a large fixture for the Dire.
No, absolutely. The Dire side is the one with the AoE control.
BKB with the lasso, pulling him in, saved with the tombstone here, but the roar on the TA, the damage coming in now that the refraction back up again, and RCY in the middle of the fray. The finger will cull the Templar Assassin. 2 remaining for the Dire as they slink away to the high ground. Probably the cleanest engagement that Wildcard have had yet.
Yep. No, and the biggest misplay that we've seen from Get Wrecked, I think. They've been really good at, you know, apart from that top laning stage, being such a disaster. Goodbye.
The instant respawn is fine. The Ceaseless Dirge available.
Yeah. Never happened.
It's just a penny in the pocket of Yamson here. And now we see the arena with a spear onto 2. The damage
Where's your
from
damage?
Steel, will it be enough? It's being reflected from the Spectre here, and Speed going back in to buy a little bit of time. As Spectre trying to get away to the low ground, the Zoo. You got our front road ticket, and all the beasts. I guess he didn't feed them enough. Now they're dead. Sad.
Sad. Well, especially that is no Ags for the Spectre, and now get Rekt in a pickle. They have a dire team. Very aggressive one.
And it's an extra large pickle as Yamson going in between 2 targets here, stepping back and forth. Steal to the high ground. Templar Assassin dead for another 90 seconds.
Yeah, and now you have definitely lost. I mean, either your base or Roche. Wildcard can pick and choose their favorite flavors.
Lasso is available though. Maybe you catch Wildcard slipping and a little bit of overconfidence.
Dire's bottom
Ooh, and the
barracks
bat
are
just
under
TP to
attack.
the back lines, but that's the last TP you're gonna get because Bingham does take the outpost away right now.
Yeah.
As
Hey,
get
just
Rekt
a
are
base,
fast
right?
on the trigger sometimes.
Yeah. Moving in for the objective. They know what they want. Fade. He's got the beasties on the barracks. And H1 gets baited! The Spectre joining the fray here, but Batrider still living Fade. Also living through it all. Bring down the bat, the roar on the Undying, and the Sniper limps back to the
Dire's
fountain.
bottom barracks are under attack.
GG
No,
is
that
all.
was-
Pressure too much. Or get Rekt and sustain.
Dire's bottom barracks.
And Wildcard advanced 1-0 in the series.
Radiant victory.
As we wrap up game 1 here, 28 minutes, 31-17 kill count with a 24k advantage here. Kips, I gotta ask you, what's your biggest impression here from game 1 of these teams?
My biggest impression here.
Folks, welcome back to the channel. If you are just joining us here in time for game 2, you are going to see Get Wrecked on the Radiant, and we have Wildcard and the Dire. What a better pairing. Oh, is there some chat? Don't you dare bring this. But yeah, you are still stuck with me, Malibu Jesus, and we are blessed by the presence of Kips today here. Happy to share the mic, but
Happy to be
any
there.
big predictions for timings here for the game that we're looking at? Walking Dead fan.
Hey, why do we need to say anything when they provide the entertainment like this? Like
30
both the
seconds
plays
to
and the bands. I love it.
That's so good. So
All
good.
right.
Just a little bit of friendly banter here makes the atmosphere a lot better and more enjoyable. You know, you like to see teams with like grudges go against each other just for the fireworks that come out, but when everyone walks away at the end of the day with a smile, that's good as well.
Yeah, I'll take either. I'll take either. All right. So you were asking me about the big timings, right? For me, if I'm looking at Wildcard, I'm looking at how well this Magnus is gonna do. And yes.
Get Wrecked walking to the high ground here. Tombstone in response, but Funcito very low. Okay, we're gonna see Wildcard turn heel, bring down the Tombstone immediately, and now you don't have any decay to build that strength, but Yamson very low. He's found the Zoo, double boar, and the birds will help out. But I hear a shockwave on the background. It looks like RCY might be fighting. He's already laning.
Chop.
He's already laning, and there's just chaos behind him. Okay, first blood going to get Rekt. H1 draws it on the offlane Beastmaster. A good reversal here in tempo for the series, but that does mean Leonidas has been suffering here in the offlane. Already way under half health, given some regen by his trusty Undying. In the top lane, this PA Phoenix, a lot of damage from range, but I think if Dire managed to gap close and get the Beastmaster on top of the Phoenix, or the PA without like Blink Strike ready, or Phantom Strike, could be disastrous.
Exactly. The usage of the Phantom Strike is really all about, like, is he going to live or not? But that said, if you don't evolve speed here enough, you could get your PA pushed back regardless. Sometimes being on really low health on his hero is way worse than just dying and coming back.
Yeah, just go ahead and die. Get back in the map with full resources here. And mid matchup. Take a sec to look at it. We've got RCY on his mag, 7-3 to the 4-2 Quap. Bottom lane, homing missile will find its mark on Big Num. Lewis Cook quite low. Fade, preoccupied, has a double wave right in front of the tower. Just getting his CS up as Big Num makes space. And you know, Kips, with a lane like Undying Gyrocopter, I'm surprised to see them block the hard camp. Lewis Cook blocked that with a Sentry, and it's like Gyrocopter's gonna be pushing with Flat Cannon. But
Yeah, he will be.
enough with that. We got H1 here. A little low mana, but a full wand almost. And runes coming up. Water rune gonna go the way of RCY on the bottom. Lucky Steel holding the high ground. Oh, action. Trouble in the bottom. Do you think the Fade's getting enough off of this this night rain, the first nighttime?
Yeah, this seems like he's got himself a good enough start, and this Undying can't really do anything if Bignum starts walking at Leonidas, so he has to be really careful.
Yeah.
Especially with his resource here. Still got a lot of mangoes to chew through.
Right. Tombstone already on cooldown though. 45 seconds. Options are limited here as we see the first Lotus spawning. Flat Cannon gonna shell out some physical damage. Fade in and out of vision though, won't be a hit. Silence coming out, and the Lotus goes to the Dire. Walking down Leonidas. Both Radiant Heroes quite low. A little bit of a stun buy some time, and a TP coming in from Rubik as the Lotus is used. Oh, he dies. Undying goes down. Telekinesis pulling him back in here. Fade, the beefy offlaner, holding his ground against two X-Ray heroes. The Gyro dies. Can Big Num win this trade? A 13 charge stick
Yes, he
on
can.
the Rubik. But a Lotus and a Fairy Fire available for the snap region here, and he falls. Fade gets the double kill.
Oh man, there was a bat with a full mana pool and a stick, and they just.
What can you do? What can you do? Bat Rider, good hero.
Yeah, no, and you walk so far away from your tower, from your creep wave.
That extra armor in region really helps out under the safety of the tower. And
Yeah.
now H1 on an island, alone by himself, away from his own tower. And that deep observer ward in the lane, like scouting out any help that would come, and does come. Rubik walking top now. H1 though, getting gone on. Blood Grenade pops. A little water balloon. And Fade on a killing spree in the bottom lane. Let's take a look at the fallout. Fade playing the sightlines very nicely here. Leonidas 3 stacks of sticky napalm. Make it 4.
Needs to immediately back off it. Look at how much damage that Bat Rider, and that's all distance. That has nothing to do with the fact that Bat Rider is high DPS. It just has everything to do with the fact that Leonidas was playing so far away from his tower. Like the fact that they just haven't been able to pull this camp here has been disastrous.
Fortification coming out here, holding the Dire for the Radiant Wave top, but a Phantom Strike in. H1 quite low. Fade Bolt buys a little bit of space, but Gyro dying again in the bottom lane. That was a TP back, so he's gonna have a walk of shame or be forced to farm in the jungle here.
Yeah, I was watching that. That wasn't exactly great. I gotta say though, mid lane, if we take a look at that, we took a look at that real quick. Yeah, so the Queen of Pain not deciding to put any points into the Shadow Strike at all, which is exactly the that's the build that would allow you to go toe to toe with this Magnus here and actually force him out. But instead he's been focused on the farming build. He's got 3 points in the Scream of Pain, which means he's going to farm really fast in this game, but it also meant that he absolutely did not push RCY out. He has been able to just go for 2-2-1 right now. That feels great.
Yeah. So going with this 0-2-3 build on the Quap, obviously gives you a little more wave shove. Do you feel like this helps this helps the Queen of Pain control runes a little better? And just like not die, maybe? That's kind of what Speed might be going for after game 1 was a little rough for him. It was supposed to be a matchup, but
yep. Perhaps listen, I see this build on the Quap as the one where you disregard the laning stage, and in a matchup that's one this hard, and specifically where you can keep an enemy playmaker out. If you win that lane, I think that it's
oh no, not like this. Okay, Lewis Cook does arrive. Cavalry is showing up, and Queen of Pain does have an Invis rune to work with, but she won't show up here. Farming mid, and the Phoenix comes back for his death. Both supports helping out the Beastmaster.
She's also absolutely not built for rotating to anything except a fight under tower where you just can TP in, drop your Sonic Wave, leave.
Say, I showed up, I helped, and now I'm gone.
You're welcome, peasants. The AM contribution, if you will.
What was the first hero you played in Dota? AM was mine, but I want to know yours.
It might have been like Dazzle or Leshrac. I used to
Okay.
be obsessed with like
Radiant
Bloodstone
are scanning.
Core Leshrac back when I was
Hell yeah.
Radiant's
beginner.
bottom tower is
Of
under
course, I couldn't
attack.
farm for shit.
I still am. I still am.
I
Oh,
still am, but
Dire
also
are
still can't farm
scanning.
for shit.
Fun
Radiant's
Ceto.
bottom tower is
Burning
under
here,
attack.
but Yamson, bit of a reverse coming out for the Radiant Steel, blinking
You're
forward.
welcome,
Under the
peasants.
Cover of Invis,
Sorry.
and the peasants will feast on cake
Dire's
today.
top tower is under
Queen
attack.
Steel showing up top.
Yeah,
Radiant
it's
are
like it
scanning.
feels a little forced, right?
Yeah.
Because like this is the only kind of contribution that he gets. But you know what? He shows up. He gets the kill. It's an important
Radiant's
one.
bottom tower is under attack.
And now you shove mid
Dire's
for
top tower
2
is
minutes
under
again.
attack.
Yeah, that Sonic Wave leaves you wanting more, you know. Yamson
Radiant's
back here in the
carry
top
has been
lane,
killed.
going for the straight Battle Fury rush after the treads.
Radiant's bottom
Decent
tower
build up
is
here,
under
speed
attack.
working towards his Tranquils after getting a full wand built up.
Radiant's
And
bottom tower has
speaking of
fallen.
full wands, we don't have to look at it, but the Gyrocopter didn't build wand against Batrider Nightstalker, and I feel like that would
Yeah,
have been helpful.
that might have definitely contributed something. But
Dire's
on the
top
other
tower
hand,
is
the wand's not useful anymore after your lane is over. And
True. Man,
His
your
tower
lane was
has
over from the
already
start. Here we go. H1, first off the map. Speed, a return kill going for the Radiant. Will fall. Tombstone down now, and the fight is broken wide open for the Dire. As Night Rain's fade is in the sky. He's providing your eyes. 2 dead, but instant respawn.
Radiant's
-3.
middle tower is under attack.
very little for the cop to contribute there as well.
Did they snipe a token? A tier 1?
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I saw RCY ping it out, but I,
I am not sure.
yeah. Well, time will tell. Time will tell that. All right.
As-
So.
Yeah, halfway through to the Blink Dagger on the Magnus, and I've been looking at this Beastmaster sort of sitting on his money currently. No helm no helm early, so might just be waiting for the Aghanims, but it does mean that if he does still want to go for the helm, he's missed out on a lot of time with that extra armor in his pocket.
Yeah. Yeah, going back for it. I mean, having the
Yeah.
extra wave shove from the Dominator creep always nice, but that
Dire's
I feel
middle
like the
tower
helm of the
is under
Dominator is
attack.
more for the helm of Iron Will than anything.
Than the other way around. Yeah, I get what
Yeah.
you're saying there. Yeah. I mean, it's a natural consequence of the thing that you want to have in the lane.
True.
Most of
And
the
I
time.
mean, even if you do go like the drums build and skip the Dominator, you can get the Helm of Iron Will for the Veil of Discord later. That amps up your magic damage. So, you know, different paths are present in this game, but I want to see
Radiant's
which
middle
one Get
tower
Rekt
is
chooses
under
to
attack.
follow. It's got to be a Blink, right? No, oh my god.
no,
Nope,
no, it's
he
gonna
just
be
beat up the
Aghs.
Aghs. Yeah.
No.
All right, let's see if it works out for him.
It's... I mean, his Gyrocopter right now has got the Chrysalis plus the Dragonlance queued up, so that is a fairly fast build, not looking at an Aghanims of his own. I would have started doubting them if he had an Aghs queued as well. That's where I would have started wondering.
Yeah.
But instead, you're going to get to a point where, at the very least, the Quap's going to have Dagon. That's going to matter. The Gyrocopter can already show up whenever he wants. He might be a little under-leveled for these fights, but still, you... Oh, wait, excuse me. That is a max flak. What am I saying? No, he's not going to show.
I mean, he might throw his black shots out, and
Yeah.
then go back to the jungle, right?
No, exactly. But this is the polar opposite of what happened in the month that I was away. I saw Max Rocket Barrage 1-point flat cannon put the pedal to the metal gyros.
You know, the game evolves. The game evolves.
Yeah,
As we
fast.
see an evolution here in the mid lane.
Radiant's
Pressure
bottom
coming
tower
out
is under attack.
from
Radiant are
Wildcard.
scanning.
Got Big Num on the high ground on the Batrider. Wants to make use of that lasso. Get back on the ranch, but RCY gonna get the RP out. Rubik not level 6 yet. And a lasso stretching across the river. over on the Beastmaster, gets to the high ground. Sonic Scream does come out, but now Silence Fade looking to kill the Queen of Pain. Brings her down with the Undying. Sync on Cito. Gets a steal. Silences, but get wrecked.
Hey, don't have to stop.
H1 gonna fall under the tower, and Rubik, so nice of you to join. Why don't you join your buddy in the grave? Fade coming out on top of that one. Working on the Echo Saber now.
No, beautiful reaction from the Rubik there, but unfortunately the rest of his team just really not in position to capitalize on it. The Queen of Pain having to spend their Sonic Wave somewhere over to the side. You get one shot at that fight. You need to land the Sonic Wave on everybody. And then somebody still needs to be near enough to you to be able to do something to that Night Stalker running at you with that AoE silence on top.
Yeah, Yamson barely gets out there. He's farming so greedily. That was wild. Alright, we got Supernova available. There's the Radiant looking to pressure this tier 1. Amp damage and a Blink Dagger, but no dream of an RP for a while. The Skewer might just have to put him into the silence. No Tombstone here. Will be brought down. Call down coming in. Big Gnome gonna get secondary strikes. Might be a pickoff for steal, but a big wand will save him. Supernova out on the back line. Phoenix with a reset. Gonna go for more. RCY, Blink up, no Skewer for 4. Who's the target here? Who do we want, Kips?
Honestly, can take pretty much anybody. Whoever shows, right?
Yeah.
Instead they're gonna smoke and go immediately. They're really forcing plays right now.
Okay. Pick of the litter. You've got Primal Roar available. It could be a surefire kill on the PA. If only you found her when she was broken. Woo! The bird and the roar coming in with a Dagon to follow. Steal gets his first kill of the game on the clock.
I mean, very, very lucky for them that they actually get to find somebody there. And to be fair, like, their ward coverage is really good there, right? It's not just luck. But that PA could have definitely left in the time since they left the mid lane.
Right. Yeah, I think Yamson maybe just feeling a little too big for his britches. If you've ever heard that expression.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah, okay, nice. It's always use an expression or colloquialism and your partner hasn't heard it and you're just like, okay.
Oh, and now I have to explain all of it.
Exactly. Through the silence, Radiant look to talk to him. Tombstone down, and that in itself might be a win. As H1 found by Fade, just below Yamson here. Let's go in. He will be TPing out and gets the TP away as Yamson's walking down. And they live to fight another day. However, Leonidas, Crystal is finished. Blade of Alacrity flying out now, but Fade going deep into enemy territory. 30 seconds left on nighttime. I think we'll use it to seal off this tier 1. And oh, a blink on Big Gnome spells certain doom. Or no, the Skewer, the stolen Skewer, but now the RP reversing the odds, and the Phoenix with the Sunray, Queen of Pain in gets a kill. Batrider falls, the Sonic Wave coming out onto 2. H1 saving himself to roar. Yamson in with the Phantom Strike. Call down coming in. Bunch of magic damage going on to the PA, but Wildcard dealing a stacked deck to get wrecked. Kills and a tower threatened.
I really love the positioning that you see there from Wildcard. They're basically in this half-moon shape around the targets that they want to take, which means that whenever that Quap shows up, and they know that that is the damage that can cost them the fight, right? If Steel somehow gets a lot of heroes in the Sonic Wave, that's going to be a problem. But since they hold up formation really neatly and they have a lot of reach, it just never needs to happen.
Right. Yeah, the reach proving to be everything here for Wildcard. And I mean, even PA, you know? She doesn't like a fight, she can just kind of throw daggers and choose her targets.
Yep. And for her, we see the Manta style in the works. No BKB in a game with the Beastmaster in it.
What do you think are the big advantages here of the Manta style as opposed to, like, I don't know, SNY?
I'm looking at the things that you can dispel in this game, and for me, it mostly looks like an aggressive option against, for example, the Fade Bolt. That's a real...
Right. Speaking of aggressive options, Kips, I'm glad you started us off. Gonna bring down the Gyra. Radiant positioned pretty aggressively here. They are neighboring the Phantom Assassin, though. Yamson blurred up, has vision on the Quap. Maybe getting an opportunity for his own team here. No silence available as the roar comes out from onto Yamson here. And now over Nova in the back lines, and the Radiant trying to scatter. But as that omelet is scrambled, so are the forces of Get Rekt. 4 to fall. Queen of Pain slinks away.
That's a rough fight.
Yep. That's one that you just kind of sit back from your computer chair and facepalm, maybe.
And there's really not too much that you can do about it. You had the vision there, right? You had roughly the right positioning, but your enemies at this point are so tanky and so fast that this Night Stalker can just run at your Quap whenever he wants. She doesn't have a BKB, she's not building a BKB, she's going Kaya, which means that it's always going to have to be either the Rubik or the Beastmaster that needs to interrupt that Night Stalker. And the Rubik would like to keep his specific instant disables for the moment that the Magnus or the PA shows up, so it's gonna have to be the Roar every single time.
Yeah, the double threat of the Night Stalker and Magnus kips that you've introduced, it's certainly a stroke of brilliance, I think, in drafting from Wildcard.
Yeah, I love double threat.
Tower is under attack.
Yeah.
It's very important to not just have a first layer of initiation, but also a second. And it goes the same with BKBs. Like, the first BKB isn't that big of a deal. There's still 2 other cores that you could be killing with magic damage. But the second BKB and the third, that's where it becomes a problem. Same goes for Blink Daggers, right? Or for Initiators. Like, the first one is whatever. Like, he jumps in, you murder his ass. The second one comes over the top. Shit, we were all, you know...
I was murdering that guy!
Yeah.
How am I supposed
you're
to
all
murder
beating-
you?
You take a sip from your wine glass, you're all kicking him. And then the second guy, that's not in the script.
Yeah, every subsequent item just introduces new difficulties to the fold. As they look to bring the zoo to the tier 1 here. A big wrap from Phoenix. Though speed will not. Okay, he does have Supernova coming off cooldown. Initiation coming out. The dive with the egg roared by a little bit of space here. Fade stopped in his tracks, but RC Wide brings down H1, and the fun just doesn't stop here. Whoa, for Funcito it might. Off the map for 27. Queen of Pain on the low ground here. Oh, but we are following RCY as he is just skewering whoever he pleases. Yamson with the gap closed, steals, blinks away. But RCY not dissuaded. GG call. 19 minutes in, you know. That's a quick disconnect, by the way. I don't know if anyone else caught that. But Wildcard advancing. Wildcard advancing to the semifinals after a very quick